Hey, happy Sunday. Welcome to my channel. I am Tamika. I am the owner of Bougie Girl Beauty Brands with the business of lashes right now, but with more to come. I am also the host of a Facebook group called Diva VIP. It is a women's empowerment group that I host along with my friend Angel. And within that platform, on the weekends, we host a show called Real Talk with the Divas. So I will put the information below so you can join the group, Diva VIP, and you can see us talk and chat it up on Diva VIP, Real Talk with the Divas within Diva VIP. So I'll put that information below. This channel, the Bougie Girl channel, is a hub. It is a hub for me to give you updates on Bougie Girl the business, what products are coming in, what events we're going to be a part of. Also things that are going on in Diva VIP and things that are connected with that. Also partnering and networking, talking about other businesses, other events, and products and things that are going on to help benefit our wellness and even entertainment, our life in whole. Also, this will also be a place where I will be discussing my personal stories. I will be bringing on people to discuss their stories. Really, my passion is talking to other people about their journey, their path, their growth, so we can be abundant in all areas of our lives and just grow as people. And also share products or things that work for us. So a community. This is a community building space, and I hope to have a lot of fun. And as we get more people on, I think it's going to be amazing. So thank you for supporting me. Like, share, and subscribe. So today, the topic is let's talk therapy. Friday was the last day of my therapy. And I kind of want to go through all that with you guys. But I also want to share my mug. My therapist actually gave me this mug. You guys, I am bougie. That's why it's called Bougie Girl. I drink coffee, I drink tea with a straw. And my sister-in-law put me on to these glass straws. I am currently drinking matcha tea with vitamin C powder. Just trying to be healthy. And my mug says manifest dope shit. There we go. Because that's what we do here. And I just want to add, leave a comment, say what's up. I love participation and partnering. So last day of therapy was Friday, and how I felt. It was actually maybe 6 weeks ago was my last day, but then I had a follow-up, so to see if I wanted to go further or was I in a good space. And it went like fast. Like I had a, we talked, it was great, went over everything and just had a good discussion. And we give each other a hug, keep in touch. And then when I get to my car, that's when it finally hit. I felt good about it because I do have the tools and I did accomplish what I went in to accomplish. And I know she's always there. Growth and repair, and it never ends. But I know that's there. But then I was like, it's like it didn't sink in, while I was there. It was just afterwards, because now it's like I'm in a new chapter and you're doing things differently and than what you're used to. Your habits are differently and kind of standing on my own 2 feet. So I did treat myself that day to a really nice lunch and took a nice nap. I like naps, you guys. So that's how I felt. It was a mix of emotions, but positive. So I want to go talk about why I went to therapy, or why I wanted to. Throughout the years, I have gone to therapy off and on. I have a background where I have had some trauma um, growing up, and things have happened. And within those things, my self esteem and my self worth deteriorated. I lost me. Um, so that's why I wanted to go to therapy. I had worked on myself before, but I was really ready to go deep. And I had emotionally hit a place where emotionally rock bottom. Like, I have to deal with my stuff now because I'm making poor decisions based on how I feel about myself, and I'm attracting some shit that I don't want. So I knew that I wanted to do something different in the journey of looking for a therapist. I knew I was going to research a therapist. I knew I was going to keep my ear out. I have a lot of conversations with different women about growth and mental health, and so I would always put that out there, like, oh, I would love to go back to therapy, I'm looking for this, that. Finally, a friend told me that she found someone, and these are the things I was looking for. I wanted a therapist to be a woman. I am a woman's woman. You know how some women, and this is no judgment, are saying, "Oh, I get along better with men," or this. No, I get along with women. I love having friendships with women. So I connect with women. So a woman, I wanted a Black woman. Now, if this doesn't apply to you, please let it fly. I think in any culture, I'm Black, but sometimes you need someone who identifies and relates to you from your own culture. And sometimes you don't need it. Because I've had a therapist before that was not Black in Iowa, and she was amazing. But I'm about to go to a place deep, and that has affected me. I've had some effect of just being a minority. So I needed to be in that space. So a woman, a Black woman, someone who was spiritual. They didn't have to be, I'm from a foundation of Christianity, but they didn't have to label themselves as a Christian. But I needed spirituality to be in my therapy journey. What else? And they were holistic. Had some holistic approaches because I had tried medication. Now you have to do what's best for you to be healthy and to be well. But I've done everything and it wasn't working. So I needed a holistic approach, and I needed tools. I needed more than just going in there and venting. I needed tools. I need solutions. That's what I needed. And when I finally spoke with the therapist who I would be working with, she met that criteria. So that was how I decided that was my criteria of research and what I wanted. And sometimes when you start out on the therapy journey, you don't know, and it's trial and error. You figure it out as you go, what you might need or what's working or not working, So we have to take, responsibility of our I don't know, growth, mental health journey. So what I hope to accomplish in therapy, what I had hoped to accomplish, I wanted to feel good about myself. I just really wanted to feel good about myself, because if I felt good about myself overall, then things would get better. I can go from there. That's just broad, but you end up tapping into other things when trying to do that. But really feeling good about myself. And trusting myself. Feeling good about myself and trusting myself. I have a hard time with that. I did have a hard time with that. I always went to a lot of people with, what should I do? Their opinions, or telling my issues to them, when I had to learn to trust myself. Yes, you do need counsel and correction and advice. But I really needed to trust myself, and that goes back to self-esteem and self-worth. So that was what I hoped to accomplish. The process, so I started going to her November 2019. So this is almost a 2-year process. And I would say, and one of my friends said I was a therapy thug because it took me forever to cry in therapy. I cracked, but she always met me where I was at. And the big thing was just honesty is what we talked about in there, being honest. And sometimes I wasn't honest, so it set me back. Or I just wasn't honest with myself. But what we did was, for me to feel good, because I was depressed. I was severely depressed. I'm a functional depressive person. Like, I can go to work, I can smile on your face, I can hang out, but then by the time I get home, that energy is drained and I'm crying and I'm not in a good space. And I just go through my emotions, and then if I gotta go to work the next day, I function. But it's draining. So learning how to feel good. So we did things like journaling and devotions and a lot of reading. That was the process. Within that, I learned how to create time for God. So that is part of, I need it. I cannot function without it. I read books, I read different devotionals, I crack open my Bible, I pray, I journal every morning. That's how I start my day. And I go for a walk. I created that for me. That helped me. I even did it when I didn't feel good. Now, it's not like I just did these things and I would just magically feel good. It's consistency. And now that's something that's part of my life. I was going to therapy like every week. And to start, like, for the first year, I went every week. And then it trickled down. We would do stuff like vision boards. We even had, like, I even did some group stuff sometimes, programs that I would do within that therapy office that I went to with that therapist. I learned a lot of self-love, affirmations. I did stuff to release stress, like recommending me to do acupuncture. They have nonprofit acupuncture here in Arizona where you pay what you can afford, or it's like a donation. I know a lot of places don't have that. Another thing I learned, that massages, it's a lot of self-care. I had to feel good about myself. It was a lot of self-care. Eating well, changing my diet, positive thinking, and then really tackling what was going on with me and some of my habits and being held accountable. It didn't always feel good. It took me a really long time to, like, sometimes feel okay and to feel good. And it was just a process. So I would say exercising physically, mentally, working on my spirituality, and doing things like massages and acupuncture, a lot of just holistic things, drinking teas, meditation. So that was my process in talking things through. And there's other things. Everybody has different needs, right? But I would say the self-love and worth really helped me a lot. So you want to think, how did we determine, therapy is coming to an end for me? I eventually started dwindling down. So I went from once a week to every other week to once a month, and then like every 6 weeks. I started seeing the tools that she taught me, and you get taught tools to deal with whatever's going on with you. I started utilizing the tools and was aware of it. I started becoming more aware, and I was able to work through things. And it's okay to, just because I went to therapy and I had growth doesn't mean I don't get sad and I don't get depressed and I'm a human being. But it's the tools I had learned, and it took me 2 years, you guys. I started utilizing them, and I I felt free. But I'll tell you this, I don't always get it right. I still don't always get it right, and I probably won't get it right tomorrow. But I felt free. That's how I knew, and we decided my journey there, what we were doing there, had completed. But I can always go back. So I still have my therapist. If I need to go back, I will go back because life happens. Things happen, and I'm a human being. But I have the tools to know, oh, I need to go back. So that's how I determined, or me and my therapist determined together, like, okay, it's time to flourish. I was gonna say fly, but flourish, fly, freedom. That just came to my head. Ongoing, I will always continue to do work, learn about myself, grow from other people, learn from other people. I will always stay empowered, and my mental health will always come first. My spirit and my relationship with God will always come first. But again, not always going to get it right. I'm going to make mistakes. But show yourself grace. Just keep trying and show yourself ongoing grace. And just keep working on yourself. Sometimes it feels like a slow climb, but like someone said to me once, a slow climb, but at least it's a climb. So if you guys want to leave anything in the comment, that's just my overview process of my process of going to therapy and things that I've implemented and has helped me. But what things have helped you with your mental health? Have you gone to therapy? Are you looking for a therapist? What are you looking for in a therapist? What do you do to keep your mental health good? Especially during these times. Hold on, I gotta take another sip of tea. So, I love you guys. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Have a happy Sunday and have a safe holiday weekend.